Please rise. Now, Evans is going to do the invocation. I'm going to do the pledge.
Let us pray. God our Father, our strength and our Redeemer, thank you for today. Though it is a sad day in the city of Centerville, we just pray that you be with our brother John Bird as he lost his life. Let him know that we're here for him and that our hearts go out to him. Father, we pray that you be with us as we conduct business here tonight, that we can use sound hearts and sound minds to do the business for the people. Pray this all in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Welcome to everybody here tonight. Thankful to have you here. Thankful to have our newspaper here, House to Home Journal. And everybody who's online too with us. Hope everybody's starting out with a great new year. I am, and I wish it for everybody else too. We're going to skip the first item on here and go down to the adoption of the minutes. Well, public comments. But we have nobody who has requested to make any public comments. So now we'll go to the adoption of minutes. We have two sets of minutes, December the 6th, 2022, which is a regular council meeting, and December the 20th, 2022. Yeah, which is the work meeting. I entertain a motion to adopt both of them as written, or if anybody wishes to make any changes, let me know.
Mayor, I move that we adopt both sets of minutes as they are written.
Second. Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
All disapproved, same time, same sign? All right, both sets of minutes have passed. There's no old business tonight. New business, item 4 here, municipal court 2023 appointments. Councilman Wright, you have that one, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to list for you tonight our 2023 municipal court appointments. And then I'll have two motions to go along with this list. The first will be to appoint Judge Groove to be Chief Judge of the Municipal Court, along with Municipal Court Solicitor Greg Bell, Municipal Court Public Defender Clarence Williams, Municipal Court Judge Pro Tem Sherry Campbell, Municipal Judge Pro Tem Carl Valine, and Municipal Court Judge Pro Tem Christy Miner. And then two separate motions, Mayor. The first would be to approve these appointments as they were written here tonight, and the second motion being to authorize you to sign a contract with Chief Judge Groove as is required by statute.
Okay, we can make that in one motion then.
That's
the right motion. I hear a second.
Second.
Any discussion? This is a fine group of people. They've all done a great job for us the past year. The new person on here is Christy Miner, and she's going to start working tomorrow on the staff.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I call for the question. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Mayor, as always, I have letters that I'll send all of them, thanking them for serving and that they've been appointed to serve again.
Okay, all of you form for reserve, and I'm going to sign the contract for Judge Groove.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all very much. Number 5 is Mayor Pro Tem appointment. Councilman Byrd. We do this every year, we go by post. So the last 2 years have been post 3 and 4. You know, they did an excellent job for us. And the reason being that it's like this year coming up, they're going to vote for re-election again, right?
Yes.
So, but the other two are not. So now we start with post 1, and
Either you run unopposed or you run scared.
that's right.
There you go. Vote on this.
Yeah. So I entertain a motion to appoint Councilman Byrd as Mayor Pro Tem.
So moved, Mayor. Second.
All right. Down everywhere. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay. Congratulations.
And
Yep. I'll try not to beat you up this year. Yeah. But I appreciate you doing it. Item number 6 is proposed 2023 calendar of events, City of Centerville. Center Park, Councilman Wright and City Clerk Benfield.
Thank you, Mayor. You have it in your packet here. You also received an email, I believe, this week, the proposed events for City Park. One thing to note is that to be determined date on here for the Independence Day celebration is that we're waiting to coordinate with the other cities to determine what day they're doing their celebration.
Yes.
We all very cooperatively schedule those events every year.
What day is Independence Day?
It's a
right now?
Tuesday, I believe.
Is it Tuesday?
Yes, that's correct.
That's July.
Says the mayor.
So since you're the mayor pro tem, now you gotta get smart out.
Got a little fresh confidence here. Yeah, that's good. I believe the fourth is a Tuesday this year.
That is
So I guess that'll be the holiday coming on, we have it on Tuesday, right?
Tuesday, yes.
So I guess this is we're here to approve this proposed calendar, and I've reviewed it. It's very much the same to what we typically run. I think there might also be some other events that get poked in here and there.
Yes.
These are sort of the large tentpole events that we do every year. So Mayor, I move that we adopt this proposal as it is written.
Okay, I have a motion to hear a second.
Second.
Anybody have any discussion? Got a full year, I look forward to every one of these things. Aye. All for question, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. We now have a calendar for this year. Thank you very much, great job. Okay. Next item here, number 7, is the approval, Open Georgia Fund 1 accounts, Councilman Wright and City Councilman Harrison, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. We discussed this via email, and discussed in the meeting recently as well about taking the opportunity right now to move some of the city funds into some interest-bearing accounts, and this is the one that we've opted to go with here is Georgia Fund 1. So I do have a motion here, and so look, if you like, I'll make this motion and then we'll have any discussion on it. We move to seek an approval to move $5 million to the Georgia Fund 1 investments, opening 3 separate accounts, one for general fund, one for water and sewer, and one for stormwater, and also authorizing City Accountant Harrison and City Clerk Bedingfield as authorized representatives to request deposits, withdrawals, and obtain monthly statements of the Georgia Fund 1, GF1.
Okay, I have a motion, you have a second?
Second.
Second. Anybody have any discussion? You read all these things, the advantage, this is money that we know we're gonna be spending, but we're not gonna spend it today. So we're gonna put it in savings until then,
That's exactly right, Mayor.
and earn some interest on it.
We're gonna earn, right now the interest is at 3.58%. I expect that would increase slightly as rates increase slightly. If we were to keep this money in for a whole year, interest would be about $180,000 to $200,000. And if we pulled out before then, it would just be a little bit less, but definitely would be a lot more interest than what we've earned in the previous years.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much for bringing that up for us.
So, City Accountant, for $5 million, what's we probably discussed it, but what's the time period again? Is it a 2-year period that we're planning on leaving this here? or a
Actually-
3-year period?
Actually, this is not a set term like it is, like a certificate of deposit would be. We will, as we complete the e-resolutions, we will go ahead and keep it in there for 90 days at the minimum. After that, we can move it back and forth within 24 hours notice.
So this is basically an annual interest rate.
That is
and
correct.
Based on the period that we leave in there, we earn that much interest.
That's
I
correct.
think the best example is the funds that are from the ARPA funds that are designated for the sewer main extension. We know we anticipate doing that project in September of this year, so those funds will just hold there until we need to pull them out to pay for that project. So this gives us the flexibility to be able to move the money around as we need it, but also to take advantage of these interest rates while we're.
That's correct.
You can also pull out only the amounts we need and leave the rest.
That's correct.
Continue to.
One other point of clarification, Mayor, you heard in that motion, the establishment of 3 separate accounts, that's just so that to be able to differentiate the interest that is generated. General fund, water and sewer, stormwater, so that those amounts generate, the appropriate percentages based on how much money from those funds goes into the interest bearing account.
And the interest we earn goes back to those accounts.
Correct.
That's correct.
No,
We will have three
That's
separate,
such fun.
resolutions, for each account, and so, as said, it needs to be set up.
Well, I have a motion and a second, any further discussion? Okay, none, call for the question, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. It's approved, I'm looking forward to this is a great thing. And thank you very much, City Council Harrison, for bringing that to our attention.
Very well.
Great job. Okay, approval of budget, the number 8 here is approval of a budget resolution. First budget amendment, fiscal year 2023, Councilman Wright and City Council Harris.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the standard budget amendment that we do every year at this time, and I've asked City Councilman Harrison to just give us a quick summary of what the actual amendments are in this resolution before we vote on it this evening.
Thank you, Councilman Wright. The amendment is just a summary of what was approved in previous council meetings. They are specifically, we're gonna purchase 3 vehicles for the police department to replace the 3 vehicles that were in an accident. That funding is going to be really from insurance proceeds of $96,000, and then we will take about $39,000 out of fund balance for that. The other items are just really moving some money from one line item to the other, for the bulletproof vests, and then we had some donations from prior year that we've moved into machinery and equipment for tasers, light bar, and cage. And then we took some money from machinery and equipment and is gonna roll that also into vehicles. So our total budget increase is $146,189 for this year, going to bring our total budget for $14,435,994. Increase really is in the general fund, bringing it to $5,589,224,000. And like I said, the bulk of the amendment is for the replacement of the 3 police vehicles, which Mayor and Council has approved in prior council meetings, and the bulk of that is going to be funded through insurance proceeds.
Okay, I entertain a motion at this point.
Yeah, Mayor, I move that we adopt this resolution, the first budget amendment fiscal year 2023, as it is written here this evening.
Okay, have a motion, second, or a second. Anybody have any questions or thoughts on it? That's good. Okay, call for the motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Remember, it's done.
Thank you, Mayor and
Sign
Council.
it for you. Thank you very much. All right, item number 9 here, Utilities Assistant Superintendent position. Councilman Byrd and Director of Operations Brumfield.
Director, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mayor, I come here tonight, most of you know, Mr. Ben Knight is retired and is returning to work 32 hours per week as a assistant utility superintendent. Tonight I am seeking approval to amend the job description to allow for part-time hours in addition to full-time hours as it is currently written. Additionally, I am seeking permission to fill out paperwork with GMA to waive the normal 60-day waiting period for employee insurance benefits.
Okay,
I believe this is, thank you, I believe this is a very important staffing move that we can make. We definitely want to keep that continuity in our utilities department, and to encourage people, that we will take care of them as the situation needs, as far as retention, retirement based on circumstances and things like that, that we can work with them and be flexible as far as employment terms.
so you have a motion?
Yes, so I would like to make a motion that we adopt the
Amend
changes
the
that.
job description.
Sorry.
To amend the job
Yes,
description, yes.
to amend the job description as Director Brumfield stated, and to waive the benefits, 60-day waiting period.
Second.
Motion and a second. All right. Anybody else have any discussion on this? All right, hearing none, call for those, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Thank you,
Works.
sir.
All right, thank you very much. Item number one here was a presentation I was going to give tonight, but the recipient was unable to attend, so we're going to put it off until the, I think it's the 17th, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
17th. January 17th. Okay, council comments, post one, please.
Don't really have much, just thank you, all the city employees, everybody is just doing a great job all around, you know, even though we had some issues with weather and leaks in various city buildings. Everything's been continuing on, and I just want to thank all the people who work for the city and thank them for doing a great job. That's all.
Thank you very much, post two, please.
Yeah, just to tag on there to what Councilman Byrd said, a special thank you to those city employees who were up here dealing with the water leak that we had during Christmas and in the evening and late at night at Christmas, and also sick. I believe one of them, Kristen down there was under the weather when she was down here taking care of it all during the holidays. So we appreciate everything that you guys do, in particular in inconvenient and clutch situations like that. So appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, post three.
Mr. Mayor, just to add to what the other council members said, I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. Look forward to working with you and all of our employees for the next year.
Thank you very much, post four, please.
So, as all the other councilmen have mentioned, certainly the department heads are doing superb work. I really like the way Mr. Broomfield thinks and how he takes the management style to look at his employees and find ways of retaining them and keeping and trying to do everything he can to keep his employees that really need to be here with us, to work with us, and we appreciate that, Mr. Broomfield. Police and fire, I know you guys are out there during the holidays as well. I did stop by the fire department just before Christmas, and those guys are, every time I see them, just like the police department guys, they're all like pumped up and excited. And I'm like, okay, so what's everybody all excited about, right? But, because I know when you work through the holidays and you're not with your families and all that, you know, just like the folks that work over in Public Works, you never know when they're going to get called out to go do things. And I never once have heard anybody complain in the city to go out and do their job and to do an exceptional, just the way they are, just exceptional. And you know, I personally am very pleased with them, and I know the rest of the council is. And so that's all I had to say.
Okay, thank you very much. You know, I appreciate everybody out here. I appreciate the council. Appreciate our city attorney, city clerk, all the other department heads. See if I can name them all nowadays, right? Councilman Brumfield, of course, Chief Duncan over there, Chief Jones.
Councilman Brumfield, that's got a nice ring to it.
That's a good one. That's twice I've done it. The second time.
Goes to Councilman Future over there.
Great operations, Brumfield.
I'm trying to annex that area out there.
Yeah.
You saw the look on his face, right? He didn't want anything to do with it.
No.
Anybody up there? That's right. He's close enough as it is. We enjoy it. Oh. So, Sarah and Ms. Harrison here. We got a great team here. Oh, Shannon? Yeah. She's awake. Yeah. But everybody just, it's great to have you. And I was really impressed with that water leak over there. I tell you, people coming in on Saturday or a holiday, working to get it done. I was talking, Miss Benfield a little late in the afternoon, something about the insurance, she's already done all that. So, I want to tell you, that's the way out the team is here, our whole team. They're always ahead of things, always thinking ahead. And we do appreciate that very much.
I can tell you, Mr. Mayor, we wouldn't have fared as well if Chief Jones's guys hadn't been here so fast and got it shut down.
Well,
They were on top of
and I
it.
did not know that, but thank you very much. I tell you guys too, thank you very much. Because I know they're very good with the water, the systems in the buildings, because they check all these buildings and make sure they're upgraded, updated. But, I hope everybody has a happy new year, as I said before. And I think it's gonna be a great year, I really do, 2023. And with that, let's go get some dinner.